Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Dr. Rob Van Bergen, and today I'd like to talk to you about the best foods to reduce chronic pain. Now, this is a complex topic, and I want to preface by saying that every person will react differently to different foods. These should be considered as general guidelines, and they're going to work for a lot of people. But we always want to tailor food to the individual. What is good for one person could be bad for the next. Now, there are obvious outliers here. Some foods cause inflammation in general and should be avoided as much as humanly possible. So it should go without saying, but try to avoid or limit these foods as much as possible. These are foods like refined carbohydrates, like white bread and pastries, French fries and other fried foods, soda and other sugar sweetened beverages. Red meat can be particularly bad, particularly burgers and steaks, as well as processed meat like hot dogs and sausage. The other thing is, margarine is not supposed to be very good for you. Shortening, things that include a lot of lard. Now, these things probably go without saying, right? You don't really want to eat these things. We know we shouldn't. But when it comes to foods that are considered anti-inflammatory, some of the main things we're looking for is in particular fruits and vegetables like blueberries, apples, and leafy greens, things that are high in natural antioxidants and polyphenols, which are these protective compounds that are found in plants that our body can take on. Studies have also associated nuts with reduced markers of inflammation and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease and even diabetes. Coffee is a bit of a controversial one as well. This contains polyphenols and other anti-inflammatory compounds. It may protect against inflammation as well. But, nuts and coffee, I kind of lump together as things that do tend to upset the guts of some patients who are sensitive to them. So again, this is where it factors in. Things that have anti-inflammatory properties are not always anti-inflammatory for you. Now, here at Pain Free for Life, we do often recommend an anti-inflammatory diet, but we are quite cautious about our approach. To reduce levels of inflammation, you want to aim for an overall healthy diet. That should, again, go without saying. If you're looking for an eating plan that closely follows anti-inflammatory eating, the Mediterranean diet is very much worth considering. It contains a lot of foods that are most likely to reduce inflammation and, by extension, chronic pain. This diet is high generally in fruits, in vegetables, nuts, whole grains, wild fish, and healthy oils such as olive oil. Now, the main item of caution in the Mediterranean diet, because it's often flattened as like this great thing that everyone should have, is tomatoes. Now, tomatoes are a member of the nightshade family and may have a particular impact on people with autoimmune diseases in the form of an increase in inflammation. So if you eat a tomato-heavy diet and you still have all of these health issues, consider the fact that though they are typically considered anti-inflammatory, tomatoes can also create this inflammation, especially in people with autoimmune issues. Now, in addition to lowering inflammation, a more natural, less processed diet can have noticeable effects on your physical and emotional health. A healthy diet is beneficial not only for reducing the risk of chronic diseases, but it will also improve mood and overall quality of life. In fact, for depression, dietary changes can be a big deal, and it's even recommended in conventional medicine as well. Now, if you don't know what foods may be problematic for you, I highly recommend starting with an elimination diet. Pick one food group or substance and eliminate it from your diet for 14 days. Example of common things to eliminate might be sugar, dairy, and gluten. Journal your journey and your pain levels. Monitor for changes. See what's going on. When going off of something for 14 days makes you feel better, even a little bit, you might be onto the key that transforms your gut health and by extension will work to resolve that inflammatory condition or chronic disease. It really is a powerful tool. But look for those subtle changes. Subtle changes can indicate pathway and a clearing for bigger changes down the road. Just because in 14 days your pain and inflammation isn't completely gone, if it's even 5% better, maybe keep going for another week. Does it keep getting better and keep getting better? You have to be able to take responsibility and to be paying attention to these things. If you do, it will change your life. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you like more, simply like and follow us on social media for more ways to live pain-free.